For example, ذهبت إلى المسجد. إلى المسجد is what? Yeah? How do you know al-masjid is an ism? Huh? 3 علامات. 3 signs. Who can get it? هي إلى المسجد. هي إلى, which is حروف الخفض. That's one. حروف الخفض is here. Alif and lam, that's in it. Al-masjid. Good. Third one is the kasra that's in there. Yeah? Those 3 are alamatul ismi. You recognize it. They don't all have to be in there. Only one can be in there and it's enough. And the last one is tanween. Tanween is what? An, in, un. Huh? When you learn in madrasa. Fathatain, kasratain, and what? Dhammatain, huh? That's tanween, right? So that's what the author now is mentioning, alamatul ismi, the signs of an ism. He mentioned something I want to mention, which is the huruf that also, when they go before the noun, they make it a kasra, like waw and ba and ta, which are known as huruf al-qasam. And it's the ones Allah used for the Quran when He speaks and He swears by something, when He said wal asr. The word wal asri or wal asra or wal asru. Who knows which one it is? Don't say it. Just put your hand up if you know it. Is it wal asra, asri or asru? Hey? You were just stretching. Ha. Okay, no problem. Is it wal asri? أما والعصر أما والعصر والعصر. Hey, who thinks? Hey, والعصر. Hey, والعصر. One of my mashayikh said a person has not memorized the Quran if he can't read the last harak alama of ayah. So if we did that to so many people today, they wouldn't be able to read Surah Al-Fatiha. Is it Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Alamina or Alaminu? That's Fatiha. It's the first ayah in Surah Al-Fatiha, right? Is it Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamina, Alamini, Alaminu? Are you a hafid if you don't know the last harakah of an ayah? Yeah? It's tricky, right? Is it ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim? Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, sirata al-mustaqima, sirata al-mustaqimi. What is it? Some of you guys are quiet. Yeah. This is the benefit of grammar. A person who studied grammar will not suffer in that perspective because they know that last harakah of alama, even if they didn't memorize the ayah. Am I making sense? So what is it? Wal asri. Why? How do you guys know it's wal asri? Because the waw. The waw makes that word a kasra. We will stop there inshallah ta'ala for the salah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. So we were speaking about the alamatul ismi, the signs of the noun. And we mentioned the waw and the ba and the ta. We said that the waw it's when you're swearing. So you say wallahi. And the ba is billahi. And the ta is tallahi. All 3 of them, when they enter the noun, they make it a what? A kasra. But are they all the same? All 3 of them are qasam. It's an oath. But are they all the same? No. Write this down. The waw only enters an apparent noun. ولا يذكر معها فعل القسم, and you don't mention the word qasam with it. So you can't say uqsimu wallah. You can't say that, it's wrong. Grammatically it's wrong. You don't bring the verb al-qasam when you say the waw, because the waw is sufficient. And it only enters a apparent noun. So you can't say uqsimu waka. Waka meaning, the kaf meaning you, which is dhamir. It's incorrect. It can only enter a apparent noun. So for example, you say wash-shamsi. Shams is a apparent noun. Wal-asri. Wallahi. All of them are apparent nouns. The ba, on the other hand, the ba enters an apparent noun and a pronoun. Okay? And the verb uqsimu is mentioned with it. So it enters a pronoun and an apparent noun. And the verb uqsimu is mentioned with it. So you say uqsimu billahi. Uqsimu bihi. The ha is a dhamir. You can say that, no problem. It entered onto Allah, which is a apparent noun, which is ism zahir, lafdul jalala. And it also entered a pronoun, which is uqsimu bihi. He is a ha, it's a pronoun. The ta. This ta only enters Allah. Only. The ta is only used for Allah. And the fi'l uqsimu cannot be mentioned. And it only enters lafdul jalala, Allah. So you can't even say tar-Rahman. You can't even say that. It only tallahi. It only enters Allah bes, the ta. Okay? Tallahi. And you can't say uqsimu tallahi. You can't say that. Naam. Let's leave the questions to the end. We need to finish the book today and tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah.
والفعل يعرف بقد والسين وسوف وتاء التأنيث الساكنة.
The author goes into alamatul fi'li, the signs of the verb, which we mentioned already. There are two types. Mushtarak, which are shared, which is this sakina. We said that these are mukhtas, specific. Sin and sawfa enter the mudari', and the ta'nith sakina enters the madi. The author didn't mention amr. I gave it to you as a bonus, which is the alama and the sign of a amr. Fi'l amr, the future tense is, and I mentioned to you the statement of Al-Hariri, وَالْحَرْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَهُ عَلَامَةٌ فَقِسْ عَلَى مَا أَقُولُ تَكُنْ عَلَامَةً. نعم.
باب الإعراب. الإعراب هو تغيير أواخر الكلم لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها لفظا أو تقديرا.
Now, we finished one chapter. The first chapter is finished. The first chapter of the book, we did. What did we take in the first chapter? In the first chapter, we took the following. We took what kalam means. Write this down. In the first chapter, we took what kalam means. What is kalam? هو اللفظ المركب المفيد بالوضع. That's what we took. That the kalam is when four things are found. We took that. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Then what we did is, we said the Arabic word is divided into three. Second point. We divided the Arabic word into how many? Into three. Ism, fi'il, and harf. A noun, a verb, and a particle. The third thing that we did was, we defined what an ism is, what its types are, and its signs. We did the same for the verb. We defined the verb. We mentioned its types and the signs of the verb. We did the same for the harf. We defined the harf. We mentioned its types, and we also mentioned its signs. That's the third point, right? Those are the three things we did in the previous chapter. I repeat again. We first of all defined what a kalam is. The second thing we did is, we talked about the three types of a word, kalima. And the third thing that we did was, we explained a isim and a fi'il and a harf in great details. صح? Crystal clear? 3 points. Now you're moving on to another chapter. This is a new chapter. This chapter that you're moving on to is called i'rab. What's it called? It's called i'rab. What does i'rab mean? I'rab means grammatical analysis. Write that down. Grammatical analysis. This is the second chapter, brothers. I'rab means when you grammatically analyze a word. We're going to now focus on each word. Okay? That's what i'rab is. Okay. Do you all know what i'rab means? What's i'rab? You have a word, you scrutinize the word, you look at it, you weigh it, you scale it. We're going to go into more details of what it means because the ta'rif that the author gave. But I want you to remember something. Please remember this. If you drop here now, you're dropped. You can't pick you up and try to bring you into the bus because the bus is going fast, brothers. Okay? Keep up with this. Each chapter is connected to the previous chapter. Okay? How many types did we divide the isim into? How many types of isim did we say there were? Just put your fingers up. How many types of isim are there? 3. Okay, sah? Does everyone have 3? What was the first one? Mudhar. Mudhar meant what? Proper noun. The second type was what? Mudmar, which is a pronoun. And the third one was what? Mubham, which is a vague, ambiguous noun. Correct? Vague, ambiguous noun. Are we all together? That's the 3 types of a what? Isim. Mudhar, Mudmar, Mubham. Can we start using the Arabic now and abandon the English? We can right now, sah? So if I keep saying to you Mudhar, Mudhar, you'll know what it means, huh? If I say Mudmar, you'll know what I mean. If I say Mubham, you'll know what I mean, right? Sah? Hey, put your hand up. Someone put their hand up. Ah, okay. Pay attention here, please. The Mudhar. I repeat again, second time. The Mudhar. I repeat a third time. The Mudhar. Should I repeat a 4th time? Is the only one from the nouns that walk with us to the chapter of i'rab. The Mudmar, it doesn't come, we've abandoned it in the whole chapter of i'rab, has nothing to do with it. La Mudhar wa la Mubham. The only one that moves into the chapter of i'rab is who? The first type of the noun, which is Mudhar. The Mudhar was what? The apparent? The apparent noun. Am I making sense, brothers? Yes or no? Are you all with me? I'm going to repeat again, no problem. I said that the noun is 3 types. The first one is a Mudhar, apparent noun. The second one is Mudmar, a pronoun. Mubham, an ambiguous noun. Okay? The Mudhar comes into the chapter of i'rab, the second chapter. It comes in. The Mudmar, which is 3 types. The Mudmar, the pronoun in the Arabic language is 3. We're going to see that at the ending of the book. It's al-mutakallim, al-mukhatab, and al-ghaib. Al-mutakallim is what? The one who's talking. Ana and nahnu. The mutakallim is what? Anta, anti, antuma, antum, antunna. That's the mukhatab, second type. The third type is hiya, huwa, huma, hum, hunna. Those are 3 types. Those have nothing to do with i'rab. They don't come into the second chapter. Are we all together? Meaning these when we don't grammatically analyze a dhamir. A dhamir does not go under grammatical analyzation. It doesn't. Does that make sense? The mubham. What did I say the mubham was? Two things. Ismu ishara. Ismu ishara is what? Hada, hadihi. And whatever comes from that. Ha'ula'i and all of that. They don't get. And alladhi. And allati and whatever they gave birth to. Alladani. Asma mawsu i'rab. The only thing that comes into i'rab is what? From the noun. Which one is it? Huh? Mudhar. Does everyone understand that? Mudhar has 6 children. Write that down. Mudhar has 6 children, 6 kids. 6 children. It gave birth to 6. Or if you don't want to write it like that, just say the mudhar has 6 types. Some people don't like to write it like that. So the mudhar, 6. The mudhar 6 comes from it. Pay attention to that. What is it? Isim mufrad. Singular noun. Isim mufrad. Isim mufrad, right? That's one. Muthanna. Muthanna. Mim. Tha. Noon. Alif maqsura. Muthanna. 3. Jam'a. Jim, mim, ain. Jam'a. مذكر السالم. جمع مذكر السالم. جمع مذكر السالم. So we have the first one is isim mufrad. Are we all together? Isim mufrad. Isim mufrad. Second one is what? Muthanna. The third one is jam'u mudhakkar as-salim. Muthanna. The third one is jam'a mudhakkar as-salim. 4 is jam'a muannath السالم. جمع مؤنث السالم. جمع مؤنث السالم. جمع مؤنث السالم. سالم ميم. سالم. Number 5, right? جمع. Number 5. جمع. جمع التكسير. جمع التكسير. جمع التكسير. How many we on right now? I mentioned 5, right? جمع التكسير is now 5. Last, the 6th one is أسماء الخمسة. أسماء الخمسة. أسماء الخمسة وهي أبوك وأخوك وحموك وذو أبوك وحموك وفوك وذو علم. وذو? No, we don't want money. We don't want money. We don't like money. What do we say? وذو? وذو علم. My sheikh used to say that. The scholars, they mention in their books, وَذُو مَالٍ. And he's always to change it. Change this, man. We have to nurture the people upon what? We'll see that later, why this joke is funny. Okay? Those are the 6 children of who? Ism Mudhar. Those are the 6. Those are the 6 we're going to do i'rab of. Those 6 is what you do i'rab of. Okay. What was the second thing that we spoke about? The kalima. So ism we finished, right? What about the af'al? Which ones of the af'al? Af'al, how many types? How many verbs were there? 3 types verbs. Madi, past tense. Mudari', present tense. Amr, future. Or a command. صح? It's a future لكن سمعنا. Yeah? Which of those do we do i'rab of? From the 3. If we have fi'l madi, fi'l mudari', fi'l amr. Do they all get i'rab of? Or just one of them? Or 2 of them? Only one of them. And that is the fi'l mudari'. Fi'l mudari' is the only one that goes to the chapter of i'rab with us. Okay? That's it. The fi'l mudari'. And the fi'l mudari' has two children. How many? How many? 2 children. The first one is, the first child of fi'l mudari' is al-fi'l al-mudari' alladhi lam yattasil bi akhirihi shay'. Can you write all of that quickly? Al-fi'l al-mudari'. The first child that he has is alladhi lam yattasil bi akhirihi shay'. Alladhi lam yattasil bi akhirihi shay'. Am I making sense? الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء. And the second one is أفعال الخمسة. And the strongest, it should not be called أفعال الخمسة. It should be called, and it's better to call it أمثلة الخمسة, and not أفعال الخمسة. But we will leave it the way it is in the book right now. So we say أفعال الخمسة. That's the second child that فعل المضارع gave birth to. The first one is الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء. Huh? We're going to explain each and every one of those that we mentioned. And the second one is أفعال الخمسة. What is it? أفعال الخمسة. That's good. From the verb, only فعل المضارع is being grammatically analyzed, and it has 2 children. الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء and أفعال الخمسة. Am I making sense? What about the harf? Do you do i'rab of the huruf? None of them. And the whole of huruf, none of them come to the chapter of i'rab. And then we do not grammatically look at or grammatically analyze the what? Huruf. Huruf don't go under i'rab. Am I making sense? How many do we have that we do i'rab of? The 6 children who came from who? Ism Mudhar. And 2 that came from where? How many are they together? 6 plus 2 is how much? Yeah. 6 plus 2 is 8, right? Those 8 are all we do i'rab of. If you have ever hear the grammarian saying, "Where do i'rab of this for me? Do i'rab of that." The only thing you do i'rab of is those 8. Now do me a favor, all of you. Write those 8, each one on 1 page. So write the first one and write it down as I mention it to you. Okay, do this for me. Write ism mufrad on a page by itself, in the sense we're going to go through what an ism mufrad is. Okay? Okay, when you, on the top of the page, what do you write? Ism mufrad. Halfway in the page, halfway. In the middle of the page, half. Write Jam'u taksir. Half of the same page, in the middle. Write a heading called Jam'u taksir. Jam'u at-taksir, the one you wrote before. The third one is Jam'ul mu'annath salim. On the next page, on the top. Huh? The next page, on the top, write Jam'u al-mu'annath salim. Jam'ul mu'annath salim. Jim, Mim, Ain. Jama'. Okay. And then you write al-mu'annath. Al-mu'annath. Mu'annath. As-salim. Jam'u al-mu'annath as-salim. That's number 3. Number 4. Number 4. In the middle of that same page that you wrote Jam'u al-mu'annath as-salim on, in the middle of the page, what do you write? فعل المضارع. فعل المضارع الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء. الفعل المضارع. الفعل المضارع الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء. Okay, how much do you have? 4, right? Next page, right? Jam'u al-mudhakkar as-salim. Jam' al-mudhakkar as-salim. Have you written that? On that same page, middle of the page, right? Al-asma'ul khamsah. Al-asma'ul khamsah. How much do you have so far? You have how much now? 6. You need 2 more from me, right? Muthanna. Al-muthanna. Al-muthanna. And last but not least, أفعال الخمسة. أفعال الخمسة. You have all 8, right? You have all 8. Yeah? You have all 8. Let's go through all of those 8. What are they? And then we'll go to i'rab, what it means. Okay? Am I making sense? Yeah? Brothers, am I making sense? And sisters, we're all on the same page, Saman. Yeah. Yeah? We're all on the same page. Okay, al-ismu al-mufrad. We're going to start with the first one, which is called al-ismu al-mufrad. What does ismu al-mufrad mean? It means a singular noun. A singular noun in English. Write this down in Arabic if you can. If you can't, no problem. Write the translation, inshallah. Ism mufrad, ism which is mufrad, is a singular noun in English. That's what it translates at. But when you define it according to the grammarians and how they look at it, is ma laysa muthannan. It is whatever is not a dual. It's not a dual. Wala majmu'an, and it's not plural. Wala mulhaqan bihima, and they are not attached to both of them. 3 things it can't be. Sorry, 4 things it can't be. 4 things it cannot be. Ism mufrad cannot be 4 things. It can't be a muthanna. So it can't show 2. That's number 1. It can't also show plural. Am I making sense, brothers? وَلَا مُلْحَقًا بِهِمَا. And it can't be mulhaqul muthanna or a mulhaqul jama'. What does that mean? This is the tricky one. If you understand this, is good. Okay. There are some words in the Arabic language that were found to be dual. They were found to be dual that have no singular. And in the Arabic language, as we're going to see soon, the dual has to have a singular. Like Khalid, Khalid, Khalidani. It's two Khalids now. صح? Khalid, Khalid, Khalidani. Am I making sense, brothers? There are some words in the singular. An example for that is كلتا الجنتين آتت أكلها ولم تظلم منه شيئا. كلتا. كلتا is a muthanna لا مفرد له. It's a dual that has no singular. This is called mulhaqul muthanna. It's not a muthanna, it's not a dual. It's attached to the muthanna in terms of ruling. Does that make sense? There's also mulhaqul jama'. Mulhaqul jama' means what? It's not a word that has a singular. It didn't come from a singular. This word has been found always to be jama'. Like for example, someone's name is called al-Muslimuna, مثلا. Mithal. His name is a plural. Even though he's not referring to as Muslim, his name is al-Muslimuna. Are we all together, brothers? So we say this is a mulhaqul jama'. So the ism mufrad cannot be it can't be a muthanna, it can't be dual. It can't be a jama', number two. It can't be mulhaq of both of those two. La asma'ul khamsa. It cannot be asma'ul khamsa. What does asma'ul khamsa mean? We'll see that soon, inshallah ta'ala. Are we all together? Which one? Mulhaqul muthanna is a word that's dual that has no singular. Or a jama' that doesn't have a singular. Are you with me? Like the word 20 in Arabic language, what is that? Yeah? Where did it come from? 20. 20 is called, the word 20 is mulhaqul jama'. Mulhaqul jama' mudhakkar salim. It's not a jama' mudhakkar salim. It's a mulhaq. Are we all together? وهكذا. Words like that, like 90. Hey, 90, where do you bring it from? Huh? Is it 90? Is that what you said? No, it didn't. It didn't come from that. It's mulhaqul jam'ul mudhakkar salim. The word kilta is two. Has no singular. Are we all together? We'll see that soon, inshallah ta'ala. Am I making sense or am I just talking to myself? Yeah? This is an important science, man. It's called what? It's called grammar. Nahu. It opens your brains. Open your brain. Okay, we finished the first one, which is ism mufrad. Ism mufrad is ma laysa muthannan. It's not muthannan. Wala majmu'an, and it's not majmu'. I mean, majmu' here means not a plural. Wala mulhaqan bihima, and it can't be mulhaqul muthanna and a mulhaqul jama'. It can't be. Wala min al-asma' al-khamsa, and it can't be from asma' al-khamsa. By the way, Ajrumiyyah mentions it only to be asma' al-khamsa. Like in Mutammimatul Ajrumiyyah, when we come to it, it's asma' al-sitta. It's not only 5, it's 6. Hanuka comes in there as well. Example now. Is Muhammad ism mufrad? Is Muhammad a singular noun? Yes. Muhammad is one man, best. Are you with me, brothers? Very good. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one, which is Jam'u Taksir. The second one is what? Jam'u at-Taksir. Alif, Lam, Ta, Kaf, Sin, Ya, Ra. Taksir. Alif, Lam, Ta, Kaf, Sin, Ya, Ra. Taksir.